G'day ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Mario and today I'm bringing you the top 5 tips that I have for anomaly investigations. Alright, so step 1 is choose your monsters wisely and I will explain why. So with anomaly investigations, you pretty much have free will on what you hunt. But the different monsters, the different levels, the different stars, the different modifiers all give different amount of research points. So when you first begin, you'll be a low level, you'll jump in investigations and you'll be like level 1, you won't have a lot of things. What you want to do primarily is focus on these bonus bounties, I think they're called. It'll give basically double anomaly XP and it'll work towards these investigation coins, which you can spend on mantles and all that jazz. But once you get about 50 or so, you start, unlocking the higher star anomaly quests, all that jazz. You can start to pick and choose what's best for you. So what I do, hang on, I'll explain this first. So the higher the stars, the more research points you're gonna get, right? Mostly. So don't be fooled, because a lot of these multiple hunts, like sure, you got Afflicted Basil, these two, it's 7-star, there's 3 of them, you think you'd get a lot. Where actually, if you were just hunting Basil on its own with like a time limit modifier, you'd actually be getting more points in doing this triple hunt, because you don't get research points for breaking parts on these other two because they're not afflicted. So because breaking parts give you anomaly research points, my favorite thing to farm if you want to level up super fucking quickly is Rakna Kadaki or Pyrakna Kadaki. The reason for this is every time you break a part, you get research points, yeah? Well, you break Rakna Kadaki's legs, and every time you break his legs, you get research points. But here's the thing, with Rakna Kadaki, he re-webs his legs and you can break them again. So you can actually break them like 12, 15 times depending on the weapon and how quick you are, whether you got Heartbreaker, all that jazz. So you're essentially like, you're exploiting the system, you know what I mean? Because every other monster, they're not like repairing their parts, besides, Chaotic Gormagala resets his horn every time he transforms and that. But yeah, Rakna Kadaki, I'm telling ya, if you suck at Rakna Kadaki, do what you're comfortable with. Of course, speed is the most important. Maybe you're using a weapon that's not great for Rakna, like hammer, you're not bonking his head, right? His head's not a weak point. So do what you're comfortable with, do what you can do quick. Negative modifiers are really important. See how this is red and it says time limit 25? That's normally 50, so you get extra points for doing this hunt than you would for a 50 time limit. But yeah, breaking parts, modifiers, speed, and star level, and of course the actual research level. So this 126 Rakna Kadaki is no good when my level is 200, right? So you want to do something as close as you can. And another tip for this is, if you don't have a monster that you're comfortable farming, say you want Rakna Kadaki, whatever, you can actually go over here to these quests, do a hunt, say like, I'm really comfy fighting Teostra. You can go here, do this hunt, and once you complete it, you'll actually get a Teostra and investigation around your level. So you can target farm without having to rely on RNG to roll the monster you like. You can be like, yep, Rakna Kadaki, wherever he is. Where's Pyre? So I also suggest doing Pyre over regular. Not only is it a higher star, but the hitboxes are so much better on Pyre. It's significantly better. So yeah, if you wanted to farm Pyre, head over to 6-star quest. Yeah, 6-star anomaly quest if you want to grab this one. For the original, I think it's like 3 or something. 4. Yeah, 4-star for the original, 6 for Pyre. Alrighty, step 2 is your pets, as they can actually play quite a big part on how quickly you level up your investigations. So again, carrying on from the part breaking thing and Rakna Kadaki, you actually want to be running 2 dogs for anomaly quests. I know it's always cats, it's been cats. Well, for the dog lovers out there, here's our time to shine, right? The reason we want 2 dogs is because, one, they can break parts so much better than the cats. All right, they are fantastic. See, with the equip skills over here, apologies, this is a new file on PC. I got it on PC so I could make the videos and stuff, and I didn't want to have to cart my PlayStation out into the office to record and stuff. So I don't actually have a dog with part breaker yet on this file, but you can get part breaker, you know, knockout king, all that sort of shit, and it will like knock them over, it'll break the parts, all gonna give you anomaly points. Also, when they're level 50, so you'll need multiple dogs at level 50, but you can actually pass skills over to one another, which is kind of neat. For their gear, as far as I'm aware, the dual bladed chain is the best for damage, and you can also use blitz scroll, palamute, skilt binder, silk binder, sorry. We'll just hold them in place, lets you do the combos easier, lets you break parts, lets you kill them quicker. It's just good. 2 of these, 2 blades, 2 binders, you're fucking set, mate. They'll be breaking parts. Yeah, you won't get the extra rewards from the cats, but like, cats can't gather anomaly materials, by the way. I know you are probably like, oh, I would rather kill it a little slower and get a few more anomaly parts. No, they can't gather them. They can only gather regular materials. So dogs for anomalies are the best if you want to gather and farm cats, but not in anomaly quests. Alright, while we're up here, let's talk about dangos. We got a few options for the dangos, but in my opinion, the most important, pay with money, order dango. The most important in anomaly investigations is bird collar, because I know usually you just ignore the birds, right? Or maybe you collect them. I don't know what you do, but normally I'd ignore the birds, right? They're fucking annoying to gather. Like, they suck, man. But this, at level 4 with the skewer and the ticket, you increase the effects of every single spirit bird you grab, and you can grab them from further away. It will halve the time it takes for you to max out your birds. Bonus tip, you can use the dogs to put all the spirit birds on the map, and you can actually pick the individual ones. Say you max out attack and you want defense, you can untick attack so it only shows defense. But yeah, bird collar, you can actually pair this with, let me shuffle over here real quick. That scared the shit out of me. So I'm using my PlayStation controller doing this video, and it's controlling my PlayStation out there, and my TV's really loud, so I unpaused my game and it just started blaring. Alrighty, so another thing you can pair with the spirit bird dango is the spirit bird jewel. It only costs 1 lazarite jewel. Super fucking free, right? And this also gives the same effect that the dango does, but they're separate. They're 2 different skills, right? So you can double. You can get 3 in 1 instead of 2. Honestly, you can max out your birds in 30 seconds. No cap, like straight up, try it yourself. If you know a good route for the birds, throw the dango on. Level 4, skewer, ticket, plus this, and you're cheering, mate. 30 seconds to max out your birds. Some of these anomaly hunts are going to get very fucking hard. Once you get into like 200, 300, they're going to be rough, and the birds really help. The problem with the birds is they're so fucking annoying to gather, and they take so long. This will cut minutes, 2-3 minutes off your hunt, completely fucking free. And the spirit bird dango is a bigger DPS increase than any other dango you can use, assuming that you'd normally skip the birds. So if you'd normally not gather your spirit birds, getting this bird collar dango and maxing them out is a bigger DPS increase over a hunt that's like, as long as the hunt's not super quick, like a 2-minute hunt, if it's like 4 minutes and up, it's a bigger DPS increase than any other dango in the game. So always on top, all right? Because this will make it 100% guaranteed to double every bird you find. So for your second dango, I'd like to just note that dango weakener does not work in anomaly investigations, or any investigation with multiple monsters, or any that have set HP, like elder dragons have set HP. Certain event quests and stuff have set HP. Dango weakener will not work. So fuck that. Don't even look at that for investigation. If you're running it now, I'm sorry, you've been wasting a dango slot. For slot 2, generally, I would probably take booster, unless I'm running hammer or charge blade, which I tend to be playing a lot lately. I'll run slugger, but otherwise booster. This just gives you a DPS increase, and the thing with, and I'll follow this on to the next dango, is In anomalies, your healing is dramatically decreased when you're afflicted with blood blight. Okay? How we actually heal is you don't want to be touching your potions when you're blood blighted at all. It's a waste of fucking time. You heal fuck all, you're probably going to get hit trying to drink it. What you want to do is deal damage. When you're blood blighted, you heal by doing damage, and the afflicted monsters take extra damage to their afflicted points. So anything to boost your defense. The problem with this in particular is it only lasts for a little while. So if you tend to be on the slower side, if you're not the most proficient in hunting yet and you're struggling and your hunts are really, really long, you might not find as much value in this because it'll run out pretty early. So in that case, you can run defender. Normally I'd put this in the last slot. So normally I'd do this and this. That's what I'd rock. But if you're not comfortable enough for booster, you can put defender in the second slot, which just makes you take a shit ton less damage, right? And then you have some options for the next one. So again, this sucks, but if you finding yourself needing to use potions, right? You need to. Your damage isn't high enough to heal. You're getting hit. You're not comfortable with the monster enough. This can counteract it slightly and you know, give you that little bit extra health. But you can pair that with medic jewels as well. But it's just not worth it, man. I highly suggest just not doing it. And you can run Moxie instead. So this will just give you a chance of not feigning when you normally would have as like the aura turtles. But that's what I'd rock with. So if you're not comfortable, rock this. You can even switch defender and Moxie. I don't suggest it. Like, Moxie isn't the best. It's just nice when it procs, right? Defender is beautiful. You want to run that. Or if you're comfortable, you can run booster defender. Okay? Alrighty. Tip number 4. If you're running charge blade or hammer, KO jewels, slugger, stack it with the slugger dango. Beautiful. Okay, protection jewel. This is the most important jewel for anything. If you're struggling in Monster Hunter, this is what you want. There's also level 2, maybe 1 variants. I think it's 2. And this gives Divine Blessing. So if we take a look over here, Divine Blessing has a predetermined chance of reducing the damage you take. At level 3, it's 50%. And this thing procs a lot. A lot, man. Like, imagine like all those shots that one-shot you, man, that you're dead on. This, you won't be dead, bro. You won't be dead. And then you've got the Defender Dango also proccing and lowering damage, right? Fucking amazing. This shit makes you a god. Get Divine Blessing. Again, Protection Jewel is what you want. Now, again, if you're struggling with the healing, I know I said not to do it, but if you gotta do it, if you're like, Mario, bro, I need those fucking potions. Like, you think I'm staying alive out here with no fucking potions? Have you seen this thing? Like, this Azuros is fucking red, bro. This ain't no normal Azuros. Like, this thing is cracked. I need my potions, man. I need my fucking medicine jewel. Okay, medicine jewel. This thing increases your recovery. It just increases the amount, and when you're afflicted with blood blight, it's lower. It's halved, maybe even reduced by 70%. This thing will bump it up that little bit. It'll give you a decent amount. It might make your max potions nearly heal max instead of half. Don't particularly, again, recommend it. If you are going to do it, pair it with this. Because you're going to have to eat a lot more than you normally would. Okay? You're going to have to use your potions a lot more than you normally would. So Gobbler Jewel will make it so you're pumping your potions through quicker. Because you're going to have to drink, if your healing's reduced by half, you're going to have to drink twice the amount of potions. So pair them together. This also, probably the second most important. Actually, no, this one. Sorry, I got it mixed up. They're both good. This is the second most important. Evade Extender, bro. This will triple your dodge length, depending on what weapon you're using. Like this with dual blades, insane. You just zip around like a little lawn dart. Cracked. It makes evading attacks insanely better. And again, this pairs with the jumping jewel, it increases your iframes, like immunity frames. So when you're dodging, there's a couple frames, like there's a small little window where you actually cannot take damage. I think there's a few attacks that bypass it, but in general, there's a few frames where you just can't get hit, bro. If you max this thing out, those little frames become a little bit bigger frames. You got that little bit extra room. It's actually really nice. And again, if you're eating, all right, you're gonna have to be eating twice as much, triple as much as you normally would. Free meal. 45% of the time you don't consume your shit. Right? Insane. 45% of the time you don't use your max potion. You don't use your ancient potion. This, and also with your mega demon drugs and shit, this saves you a lot of resources. They're a pain in the ass to farm. Like, just farming kazoo for the pale extract sucks. Free meal can also be really good. If you're playing in a group, wide range, this lets all your potions and shit heal your friends around you. If you have a full team running wide range, just one of these jewels, you don't need 5. 5's nicer because it gives you a whole extra 34% healing, but just one's fine. If you have a full team doing that, every time one of you heals, you're all healing each other, and it's just fucking, it's busted. In group play, everyone runs this. You just can't die, pretty much. And hard defense jewels. People give defense jewels a lot of shit. They're like, oh, like at max level, what is it? 8% defense plus 35 plus 5 resist. That's not taking a lot of damage off of what you're getting done to you, right? It might take like this much health is what you'd normally be left with, and now you're left with that, right? But here's the thing. What if you got one shot? But only just. What if you had that little bit extra health? You know what I mean? This turns a one shot into a two shot. It turns a two shot combo needing 3. All right, and especially in Rise, the monsters are really quick. They have a lot of 2-hit, 3-hit combos. If you can turn a 2-hit combo that would kill you, requiring 3 hits, that lets you wire dash away and heal. Okay? That lets you get away. That gives you a chance to heal and recoup. Without it, I know it only prevents a tiny bit of health, but you will be surprised how much that tiny little bit of health can save you. There's so many instances where you're only getting one shot by the tiniest little bit, and this just lets you get away with it. I recommend it. I know everyone's like, oh, damage jewels, everybody, oh, you don't use defense jewels, that's a waste of a decoration slot. Actually, I think you should all be using damage jewels. Fuck damage jewels. What good is damage jewels if you're dead, alright? If you're on YouTube looking up guides on how to kill anomaly monsters, you're not gonna be dark side man. You aren't speedrunners, you aren't amazing at the game, you're just normal people playing the game for fun. You like killing big ass monsters, and you don't like dying to them. If you don't like dying to big ass monsters, use the jewels I'm talking about. Fuck all the guides, fuck all the build guides telling you to use. Oh, make sure you get your attack jewel 4s, which you have to get to anomaly level 210 to, so you can fly at risen mouse tracks. And it's like, fuck off, idiot. Man, I'm dying to fucking Kulu Yaku. And you're telling me to get jewels for fucking, from risen mouse tracks to fucking fight anomalies. Stupid. Excuse my camera, it's jank. Yeah, fuck those guys. Idiots. No offense, but you're stupid. Okay, what was that? Number 4? Was that number 4? I think that was number 4. Gonna have to edit this in real quick, but I forgot. I don't know how I forgot this jewel, considering I just rambled on about breaking parts for so long. But destroyer jewel ups your part breaker, can also, you know, dramatically speed up how quickly you're getting the investigation points because you're breaking parts more. Before I get into number 5, actually, I would just like to note, collect all the shiny red shit on your way to the monster. It will progress you a lot. It's a lot of passive levels without even like noticing, you know what I mean? And also, after you kill the monster, jump on your dog and fucking book it, man. Go looking for him. Like it adds up. It's a lot of extra points. Like, you really underestimate how much they actually give and you get a bunch of resources while you're doing it. So like, there's no harm, no foul. Alrighty, and my last tip comes to your gear. Now, I don't really care what you use. You don't need any like perfect builds to be able to do anomalies, but what you do need is to have them leveled up. See, like this goes from 100 and what was it? 22? 120 defense. Watch what it goes up to once it's maxed out. Quite a fucking bit, isn't it? 176 from 122. That's like half of its original value on top. Alright, max out all your pieces. Essentially, if you have a full set of this gear and you max them all out, you basically get to put on an extra 2 pieces of armor pieces when it comes to defense value. Make sure you're leveling them up. It is invaluable. And crazy, if you need help getting armor spheres, if you're like, Mario bro, I can't do this step, I have no fucking armor spheres, I have a video on how to get armor spheres. It's the only other video I've posted on this channel at the moment, so please go check it out, give it a like if it helps ya, you know, yada yada. Shameless plug. Also, once you start doing anomalies, you're going to unlock augmentation. So I'm going to just dabble on this real quick. I don't know why it's giving me the fucking tutorial, but like, look here, I've got blood right on, and what that does is it lets me heal. Right, so it's an extra skill on top of my other skills, and this lets me heal by doing damage, which pairs fucking insanely with the blood blight. And then we go over here, so I've put on build up boost and Mail of Hellfire, just extra damage. Mail of Hellfire, Hellfire Cloak, Slugger for the KOs. You know what I mean? More Slugger for the KOs. It just gives you extra, and you don't need to go for damage again. You know, if you're struggling, you can get Divine Blessing on your armor pieces and save those jewel slots for something else. So you can get more evade window, or, you know, the defense jewels and stuff. You want to play with your mates, you've got that extra slot for wide range. So you can put defensive stuff on here, and it actually allows you to focus defense here. I don't know if this actually gives skills. I've honestly never used that. I never really use any of these. They see, the skills one can be good for the rare skill rolls, but the problem is when you roll skills, it also has a super high chance of lowering the skills that come on the armor piece, which can be good if you have a piece that say has load shells or ammo up, and you're like, bro, I'm using greatsword, I don't need ammo up. Then you can roll the skills one then and try and lower it and get better shit on that. But otherwise, I just do the basic one, man. If you're again struggling, go for jewel slots, and I wouldn't rock with the defense one. Aim for better jewels. So you can roll this one. I don't know how good this actually is. I've never tried it out. It seems to be lowering your skills quite often as well. I'd probably just go for your regular one, okay? It gives you the most benefits with the less negatives, you know what I mean? And it might take you a little bit longer to get the skills you want, but yeah, it is what it is, man. Also, another thing with your gear is talismans. People really sleep on the fucking talismans. So what you want to be doing is curios melting. You'll need curios parts, obviously. So here you just use whatever you got, right? And it gives you talismans. But what happens is, it's like, oh, RNG, bro, I can't get shit, and try and get part breaker. But yeah, you can get like all the useful shit here on your talismans. And then once you have a bunch of useless talismans, you're like, bro, I've been doing this for days and I've just got trash. What you can do is you come here. Just come here. It's the cyclist. What you can do is you can destroy your shit ones and be like, oh, I want evade window, right? Here you go. And destroy all your garbage.
Right, here we go.
Take, what do we got? Evade window 3, constitution 2. Look, evade window 3, wide range 3. Then you don't need the jewels. You can just use a wide range jewel 2 to get the 2 levels, and then one evade window, Jewel, and you said you got them maxed out. But yeah, make sure you're doing your talisman as well. If this video helped you guys at all, I would really appreciate it if you could drop a sub. It's a new channel. You know, YouTube ain't doing its thing with it. It doesn't know who I am. It doesn't know who likes my videos. So if you could give it a like, share it, comment, man, just give me some advice. That would be awesome. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video or in the past one if you need help getting armor spheres. All right, take it easy. Bye-bye.